Hello, good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, depending on what time of the day you are viewing the inspired message that's on this particular video. My name is William Robinson, and if you can recall, I put out a video a couple of years back about why I started my own business. And basically, I talked about how this business came into my lap and why I refused to quit this business. Now, today, I am continuing this journey in my business, and I'm going to continue with this inspired message that hopefully everyone can relate to while they listen to the sound of my voice. So I hope you enjoy this video, and I look forward to bringing you this inspired message. Now, to put things in perspective for anyone who's listening, I'm putting this video out not, just to keep myself focused or keep myself reminded, or all in all, I'm just keeping myself reminded. It's going to be a reminder, a constant reminder to me that why I started my business and why I shouldn't quit this business. And again, hopefully, this goes out to the ones that have passions, dreams, and goals that they want to see achieved in their life. So hopefully this video is talking to you, but at the same time, it's for anyone who's willing to listen at the same time. Okay, now basically, again, this is an inspired message, and I thought I'd continue this inspired message with a chapter or some recommended reading from a book that I came across a few years back when I started this business, and it just keeps me motivated ever since. In fact, there's a certain chapter in this book that just this chapter alone is going to remind myself to stay in this business until the very end of my success. Now the name of this book is called The Compound Effect, and it's by a author who is also a publisher of a magazine called Success from Home magazine, as well as Success from magazine. And this author's name is Darren Hardy. And I'm gonna actually share with you that particular chapter that keeps me motivated. Now, to uh, to continue, I'm just gonna put an analogy out there from this book that again, it's gonna keeps me motivated, it keeps me inspired, and hopefully it does the same to you if you're like me in any type of way. Now, this book or well, the analogy starts with a scenario, and it's just gonna say basically if I were to put a 10-inch wide, 30-foot long plank on the ground, and I ask anyone to walk that plank for $20. In fact, let me say that $20 is not a lot of money these days. So I'm going to say if I put that plank on the ground and if I offer you $1 million to walk that plank, would you do it? Now, I know some of us would say, yeah, that's the easiest $1 million I've seen, or the easiest $1 million that I can make ever in my life. So hopefully the answer is yes. I know I would. So hey, hopefully you can agree with me on that subject alone. Okay, now the book continues if I were to use that plank as a bridge between two 100-story tall buildings. And I was asking you if I use that bridge to ask you to walk that plank from one end of the building to another end of the other building for that $1 million. Would you do it then? Now, I'm sure there are some daredevils out there that, if they if they want the $1 million bad enough, they'll try anything to get this $1 million. But to people like you and possibly you and me, the risk factor is too high. So I would not walk that plank if that was the case in any form of fashion. All right, now if I may escalate that this analogy a little bit, and hopefully again you can get this to a point. But I'm just going to show a illustration of that plank that's used as a bridge on top of these two small buildings. If you see on the other end of the building, if you can see on the other end of the building that person is walking across, there is a fire on that building. Now, to put that in perspective, if your firstborn child, or in any case, if your only child was on the end of that burning building, would you walk that plank then for the $1 million? Now, I would have to guess that whoever's got the common sense that God has given them, they would walk that plank and save that child, whether the $1 million was on the table or not. So hopefully you can see something significant about that scenario right there with that plank. And I'm going to say, first of all, that for me, because I don't have any children, that says a lot for, this is saying a lot for a person that doesn't have children. And God has not blessed me with that gift of having children, but at the same time, He did bless me with some goals, dreams, and passions. And according to that scenario, that firstborn child in that scenario represents those passions, goals, and dreams. And basically, the fire or the 100 plank or the plank that's on top of the 100-story building, those things represent the naysayers or the people with small minds. Tell me that I shouldn't do what I need to do for my business, or exactly going to business for myself to have to see these goals and dreams fulfilled with this business. Now, this business is basically a vehicle that's going to help me reach my goals, passions, and dreams. And hopefully, everyone can relate to that. But at the same time, what would you do if you had to, if you want to rescue your child from that burning fire? I guess you would have to do anything. It just puts me in reminiscent of that, what my passion, roles, and dreams represent. So hopefully you can get that. And again, this is something inspired message that anyone can relate to. I like to believe anyone can relate to or has some significance to what this analogy said in that book. But at the same time, hopefully you can look forward to the next video that I'm about to do as I talk about the naysayers that I encountered, my personal encounter with some of these naysayers that I talked about that represents that fire, the plank, and that 100-story uh, drop to the doom, to your doom, possibly. But again, I look forward to bringing you this video. And for now, that ends this portion of this video. So I look forward to bringing you the next one. Until then, everyone have a good night, and I look forward to bringing you this next video. Thank you.